Okay, so a friend of mine asked me to build him a transducer bracket for his boat. He just got a new boat, he's putting a new transducer on it, a new depth finder. I'm going to probably put that in for him because I want to. And I'm going to make a UHMW transducer bracket for his boat. I'm going to make it big enough that he can put 2 transducers on it, or just the one. Okay, so first thing I'm going to do, there's a couple of holes here that I want not in the new piece. I'm going to take my square, I'm going to bring it up ahead of those screws, and this will be drop. I might be able to make something else out of it in the future, but this will be drop. So I'm going to mark it out with my scribe. A nice mark that I can see, hope the camera can see, and flip the square over. This is 5.5 inches. I'm going to make it 5.5 by 3. So by law of deduction, if I burn an inch, starting at 5, I'll end at 2. Just like that. Square it up again. Some nice good marks in it with the scribe. And I'm going to make these 2 cuts. This is going to be the transducer mount. Make sure you got your safety squints on if you're going to use power tools. Cut this plastic with one of those saws. It kind of leaves a little bit of a fuzz on the edges. And the way I'm going to clean that up is I'm going to take my pocket knife that I spent $15 on at a gas station, and I'm just going to shave that little piece of fuzz off with the serrated part of my knife. And that's going to make for a nice clean edge. It's much better. And the ends of these cuts also left a burr. I'm going to do the same thing there. So I'm going to get all the sides of this cleaned up, and then we'll move into the next step. Now, the next step is going to be the layout for the screws that are going to mount this to the transom of the boat. So I'm going to go 1/2 inch in on all the sides, and I'm just going to draw the square 1/2 inch in. The way I'm going to do that is I'm going to take my square, and I'm going to put a mark at 1/2 inch. I like doing these because they're centered. Do another one over here. I'm going to do this on all the sides. Okay. So now, I don't know if the camera can pick that up. I have a nice perfect square 1/2 inch from the edge all the way around this. Everywhere these intersect, I'm going to drill the hole for the screws, and then I'm going to cut the length in half, which would be 2.5 inches from the edge in, and put the screws at 1/2 inch from the edge. So there's going to be 6 mounting screws for this. And so I'll go ahead and get those marked, and then I'll clamp it down and do the drilling. I lied. 5.5 cut in half is 2 3/4. A DeWalt drill and a 13/64 bit, which is clearance for a number 10 screw. I'm going to go ahead and drill these holes. So these lines intersect here. Intersect here. Here. This is sacrificial plywood on this tabletop, so it doesn't matter. holes are drilled. This is going to be the outside that the transducer is going to go on. I'm going to use a 3/8 drill now to make the recesses for the button heads on these screws. And I'm just going to go deep enough for the screw head to be flush with the surface of this. Now UHMW is really grabby. By grabby is it will grab the drill and try to suck the drill bit through, and it's kind of scary and you'll ruin a lot of parts doing it this way, but I've done it enough times that I ain't scared. So just go nice and slow, back it out. That one actually went a little deeper than it should have, but screw head's going to sit nice and flush in there. See that? That is going to be the transducer bracket. So it's going to screw straight into the back of the hull, covering the holes from the existing transducer that we're removing. And then we're going to seal it with some ultra black Permatex probably, due to its location. And new transducer will mount here. Second one in the future will mount here.